Hello and welcome to another pick a card reading. Today we're doing a timeless yes or no reading. You pick a pile, whichever one you're drawn to, out of the 6 that we have here. We have new beginnings, creativity, authenticity, destiny, trust, and passion. Take your time to see which pile is drawn to you. We have numbers, pictures, words, whichever one that calls to you. I will have timestamps down below. So how these readings are going to work is that I'm going to pull some tarot cards as well as a yes or no card to try to answer your question, your yes or no question. I am then going to pull some timing cards to see if we can time it. I'll have a few different timing piles for each question. And then we will pull some more tarot and oracle just to get some final advice, the likely outcome, like how the situation will play out and all of that good stuff. So we're just going to try to have some fun with this. These are going to be short and quick readings. So when you have a pile picked out, take a look at the timestamps down below and I'll see you at your reading. Hello pile 1, welcome to your reading. So if you picked this pile, you picked the new beginnings card. It says, "Let this magic in my spell clear the space in which I dwell." And we're going to pull some tarot before we get into the reading. These cards are going to try to explain the current situation or what's going on currently regarding the question you asked. So we have Knight of Swords, Ace of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. So what I'm seeing from these 3 cards is that you're likely, I think for most of you, coming from a place where you're secure, stable, something that you've done and you've done it well, and you feel secure and content in it. Now this could be a job, a school, something that's tangible. The coins, like the pentacles, are often the material world, so things like the home you've built or the job that you've had or the school that you've done, something in your life that you built that was stable and secure, that you are comfortable in, and that you have, you're like, I've done that, this is a good place to be. This person is secure, they're comfortable, they have their comforts. This is something that you've gained success at, and you feel confident in your abilities to continue having that success. And then over here we have the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Swords. These 2 cards tell me that you've had some breakthrough, some idea or thought or some kind of mental clarity. And this may have come on suddenly, almost like impulsively. One day you woke up and you're like, oh, do you know what would be a good idea? This thing, whatever this thing is that you asked about in this question. And so, I'm wondering if this is something new, a new job, a new school, something that is not what you've done, that takes you off the path that you're currently on in some way. We do have 4 here. I believe 4 is about security and stability as well. I'm not huge on numerology, so don't hold me to that. So that's what I'm seeing here with this situation. For you who picked the new beginnings pile. And I do think that whatever this was, for the majority of you, it kind of like changed your mind. Like it was a major breakthrough in how you view something or think something. Now, this could have been a conversation too with the swords. This could have been, a blunt person who changed your mind. It was like, yeah, well, have you thought about it this way, or gave you this idea or this new insight, this new opinion that helped change your mind and made you wonder, well, what if I went after that new beginning? So that's what I'm seeing with this pile for you. And now we're going to pull the yes or no cards. I'm going to pull one of these. And this will be the answer to your question, yes or no. Better than you expected. Okay, so that is a yes. That is an amazing yes. That's, your best possible scenario or your expectations but like above that and beyond that. This is going to exceed what your goals are. When you first set out or decided you wanted to do this, you're going to exceed those goals. So that's amazing. And we're going to pull some timing cards. Now, how I'm going to do this is I'm going to make 3 piles face down, and then you can kind of pick the pile you resonate with. This is kind of like a mini reading and a reading. And these are going to answer, you know, about when you can see this yes happening or the situation resolving itself. Okay, so we have pile 1, 2, and 3. And we'll start with this one, August. So that's very soon. I'm filming this in May, so that's only in a few months. Now, this is a timeless reading, so from whenever you are watching it, August. And then pile 2, the timing is changeable. Okay, so that just means it can happen different times for whoever picked this, or it could be dependent on someone else or something happening. This could be dependent on you taking action with this decision for it to happen, and that it can't happen until something else happens first. Either way, it can't give you a time right now. And pile 3, November. That's still not too far. Again, timeless reading, so this is whenever you're watching it. Okay, so now I'm going to pull some more tarot cards for you just to kind of get some outcome advice for the situation. So we have 3 of Swords in the Chariot. Now that tells me that this is something that either you're leaving something painful, and that's kind of led this breakthrough here to like some kind of pain or sorrow is what caused you to leave your comfort zone and do something new. So this might be a painful beginning for some of you who picked this pile. I'm seeing with the Chariot that you are determined to make this beginning. Like with the Ace of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Chariot, you are determined to make this. And this is something that could happen quite fast. A lot of quick action, a lot of almost impulsive action. Just, I don't want to say reckless, but this is something that you kind of jump headfirst into. And I do think for many of you, it's because you're trying to heal or leave or move on from whatever this sorrow is, whatever this heartbreak is that has happened, that has caused you to leave your comfort zone. Now, this can be different for everyone. This can be as simple as just deciding that a job's no longer a good fit for you, and then having to begin all over again, like go back to school and get a new job, or, you know, maybe take a pay cut somewhere. 2 relationship readings, this could be a breakup. This could be anything. It really depends on what you're asking. I do see a lot of communication mind, mental activity going on. So I think for many of you, this is spurred on by an epiphany or a conversation with someone. Okay, we're going to do one more final tarot card shuffle. And I do think it's interesting to note that we have the gray and the yellow, the gray and the grayish and the yellow. So I do think that this change, this new beginning that you're starting is going to really be an entirely different scenario. It's not going to be the same that you're in now. It's going to be a new situation, something that's going to be like a 360 from what you're doing now. So what I'm seeing with the 7 of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the Hermit, to me, this is really just a call to dig deep into your emotions. You need to take some time and really reflect on what it is that you want, where you want your life to go, what you want to build in the future. The 7 of Pentacles is a card of hard work. This is someone who's put the effort in and is now watching and waiting and seeing the results of that labor. The Queen of Cups is someone who is calm and composed, and the Hermit is introspection, gaining some inner wisdom and reflection. And if you see, there's a height difference. They're all looking in one direction towards the results of whatever this is you've done. And, you know, he's taller, she's medium, and then I guess he's a bit about the same height. But to me, there's really just everything is looking towards whatever it is that's growing in from the pentacles here. And to me, it's really very similar to the queen looking at what she's built. And to me, this looks like, you know, this is coming from a place of deep introspection. You've kind of had to look at what you've built, where you are in your life. Like, what is this that you built in your life, and is it what you want? And I feel like that's the key message here for you if you've picked this pile, is if you're wondering whether to do something, yes or no, you need to ask yourself, is this what you want to keep building? Is this what you want to keep doing, what you're currently doing? And if that's a no, then you need to take action on that. And I feel like you've been doing this introspection, and I feel like you have the answer to that because you're here. And I feel like that's why we have the swords here, because you've been doing or are doing this introspection, and the sadness in the leaving of something, or the moving on from something, or the changing of something, because you put all of this work and like hard work into building this, and now you have to reflect on it. And like, this is someone who's reflecting in a calm way. So you're being very calm about this, and very you've taken the time to really reflect on this. So even though other people might see this action and be like, well, that came out of nowhere, that seemed very impulsive, this is something for many of you who picked this pile that you've been reflecting on for a while. So your actions aren't like really like impulsive. They're just, it's all been inside it, like inner reflection, inner thinking, inner contemplation. So you've really kept this tight with the Hermit to yourself inside while you've reflected and seen how things are growing. Okay, so I'm going to pull a few more oracle cards just to get some final messages and advice here for you guys. So I think I'm going to start with the tea leaves. And we're just going to see if there's any final messages. This is a lot, but we'll read them. So we have kite, vacation. Yeah, I feel like some of you have been taking some time, or need to take some time to do some introspection, and just take some time to reflect on where you are and what you want to build. Needle and thread, a sincere wish will be granted. Ant, work, achievement, success. Ram, a stubborn, aggressive person. Yeah, I can see with these cards, especially with the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles here, that, you know, you are someone who works hard, and you're someone who works hard for their success, and you've gained some success or achievement, or you're working towards it. You're diligently working towards it. And this decision would be something that would help grow that achievement. And the Ram just tells me that you're someone who will work and work and work at it until you get it, which we do see with the Seven of Pentacles as well. Dark woman, dealings or relationships with a woman with dark complexion or hair. Now this this person could be anyone for you. There could just be an important person in this question for you who picked this pile. This can be, gender doesn't really matter. It's just could be an important person that you need to deal with or get help with, or this could be the person who you had this conversation with. But there's just someone coming up here as this is an important person. Maybe you can get their advice, maybe they're causing conflict, or maybe they spurred the change, like the change that you had in some way. Now I'm seeing with the sincere wish will be granted, that's just confirming that this is going to be a positive outcome and a yes. The vacation as well could just be the relief you have once you leave whatever situation has been causing this heartbreak and this sorrow. But it could very well just be you need a vacation. And this could be, if this is a question like, should I go on that vacation? And this is a yes, like a huge yes. Okay, so we're going to pull another advice. Courage. Yeah, so that's just advising you to be stubborn, be committed. When you make this decision, go with it, like commit to it, and you know, don't let fear hold you back. Don't stick with the status quo just because it's what you've always done. This is asking you to have courage to do something if it really is important to you, even if it's different than what you've done in the past. And then we have strength. I feel like these just are really the very similar cards here. They both have lions. They're both about being strong, courageous, both about doing what you need to do to get the results that you want. And this could go back with the Knight of Swords, to be brave, to do things, consequences be damned. Do you know what I mean? Like everything looks like it's going to turn out amazing for you. It's just there could be some worry. There could be sorrow and worry over this change. And this is saying that, you know, if you are stuck in the contemplation phase because you are worried about what might happen, this reading and these cards are coming out here to say that nothing bad will happen. It's all going to be a good, positive outcome. Things will happen very quickly. Things are going to be better than expected. You'll get your wish. Things are going to be easier too with the kite. This is going to be an easier change or situation or course of events than you think. So if you're very stuck in your head contemplating the, you know, what could happen, what if this happens, maybe this could happen, or I've built all this and I don't want, like, no, like these cards are out here saying, no, there's no need to do that. Just let your mind, like with the kite and the vacation card, let your mind just kind of let all of those go and adopt the bravery, impulsive, reckless action of the Knight of Swords when you go about this change. And we're going to finish your reading with one final card. New Moon in Libra, a new romantic cycle begins. Yeah, so this is just a positive yes, yes, yes. If this is a romance reading, that there is going to be an improvement in your romance, whatever that means for you. Things are going to get better. That this yes will only improve your romantic situation. So that's just another confirmation for romance readings, because I know I've been very focused on job, work, finances because of the Pentacles. But that's just a little shout out saying like, hey, if this is a romance reading, it's going to be amazing. Okay, so I think that's everything that I have for you. Please let me know in the comments below what did and did not resonate. I love hearing from you guys, and thank you for watching. Hello, if you picked this pile, you picked the creativity card. By all above and all below, let me connect, let creativity flow. Now, number 3 may be important to you if you pick this pile because we have the repeating 3 threes. I'm going to start your reading by picking just a general overview of what may be going on with this question, this yes or no question. Okay, so Judgment, Tower, 8 of Cups. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, pile 2, is that, you know, you may have had something, a complete shift in how you think in a situation in your life. The Judgment can often be a major epiphany or some kind of awakening. Maybe there's a situation in your life that you've been in for a while that didn't seem quite right with the Tower, and it just fell apart, or just changed, or just no longer working for you anymore. And then we see with the 8 of Cups that there's, if you haven't already left the situation, this could be you contemplating, should I? Which is reflected in the 8 of Cups. Now, I don't always see the Tower as a negative card. It often is. But it could also just be a mind shift change, especially with the Judgment. This could be a major situational event in your life that's no longer working and no longer serves you. But this also could just be as simple as, you know, your belief systems or something that you have always thought has just no longer serves you, and that's changed. So it will be different for everyone because this is a general reading. Eight of Cups here is about, you know, this is when you have to leave something that's no longer serving you. This is something that you choose to leave. You've accepted it. And you're walking away because it's something that you have decided no longer serves you. There's something better out there for you, and you know it. So this isn't being forced upon you. I mean, this situation with the Judgment and Tower may have. But I see it more as just like you realize something is no longer serving you, something that was foundational. And then with the Eight of Cups, this is you choosing to acknowledge that that's no longer working for you, and moving on to find something better and different, going on a new adventure to find something that fits you better than this situation. Okay, so now I'm going to pull the yes or no cards, well, card rather, just one, and this will give a yes or no to your question, whatever that may be. Okay, and choose a new direction. Okay, so I think this is an interesting reading card rather to come up, because we do have the Eight of Cups, so the new direction. So I take this as a no, but there's something else, like what you're currently doing. Neither answer is right. The yes and the no, neither of them are right. There's something else that you're not seeing. And that might be why this popped up, because you're going to realize that this whole situation doesn't serve you. And there's no point staying in it if there's something else that's better for you out there. And to be creative in how you view this question. So something about the question, maybe the way you asked it, maybe it's something that it's just the whole thing, the yes and the no just can't fit in your life. I'm not quite sure, but it's different for everyone. But I am going to pull some timing just to see when this will resolve, whatever that means for you. And I'm going to pull 3 face down, and then you can pick whichever one that you feel drawn to. Okay, pile 1, 2, and 3. Okay. August. So that's really soon from when I'm filming this. But again, this is a timeless reading, so August from whenever you're watching. The timing is uncertain. So this is saying that it can't really tell you. This is saying that something may have to happen first. You may have to have this mind shift before it can resolve. There could be someone else that's as a big deciding factor in how this happens. There could be something that has to happen, like you have to get a new job or do something first before anything can resolve itself. You may have to just make a decision too before this can resolve. And then number 3, April. Okay, so I am actually filming this in the last week of April, so take that as you will, depending on when you're watching this. But this could also be April from when you're watching this. Okay, so I'm going to pull some cards to get a bit more about like advice, like what's going to happen with this. So we have 3 of Pentacles, Hierophant, and 9 of Cups. Okay, this looks like to me, I think for many of you who picked this pile, this is about job, work, or school. And it looks like you're going to have a resounding yes here with something. It may not be exactly this or exactly how you asked this question. But we do have the wish fulfillment, and this is a yes card. So there may have been something off with how you asked it. I'm seeing for some of you, this might be a new school or a new job. Or, you know, actually a message I'm also getting is that this may be something that you've been working on or are currently building that's going to grow more than you think, if that makes sense. But the 3 of Pentacles is about collaboration, teamwork. So this looks like it may be some kind of organized system, like a school or a job or a work, something traditional, something that you're working with other people to collaborate, build, grow. You may need, the issue with this question and why it says choose a new direction is you may not, like, you may be trying to go about this alone, but you need to involve more people, more community. It's something that maybe for some of you, you can't do it alone and you have to have that teamwork and that group of people around you. So I'm getting that message here, but I am seeing that there is something amazing for you. And it looks like it's something that you've kind of started already, or it's something involving a school or work or some kind of traditional workplace that's going to turn out amazing for you. So I'm not sure exactly what the choose a new direction means for everyone, but I think if you picked this pile, you will know how that fits in and works with you. I'm going to ask for some more advice. Just a final tarot pull for you. Okay. So 5 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands rather, 7 of Pentacles. And then Queen of Wands. So this tells me with the Queen of Wands, I feel like this is you. And I feel like you can have whatever this is that you want. Like, I feel like you will be this passionate, determined person, someone who's your authentic self. I feel like you can have that. And I feel like whatever's going on, you can control it and you can work with it. I'm seeing there's a lot of hard situations around you, and I'm wondering if for some of you who picked this pile, you're wondering if you should just kind of like leave something that's almost seems like too much work. With the 9 of Wands, I'm seeing here that this is something that you put a lot of work and effort in. And you have something growing from it with the 7 of Pentacles. This is something that you worked at, and you can, like, you're starting to see the results of what's going on, like of your labors, of your work. And you can see that it's starting to grow and show some fruit, like some results. But it's almost too difficult with the 9 of Wands here. This is a card about determination, perseverance. You're in the home stretch, but it's getting harder to maintain the level of work and commitment you need to get the results that you want. And I'm seeing with the 5 of Swords, there may be, this can be like a very strong ambition on your part, but it also can be some, I'm getting like a negative workplace, or some people around you who may be very ambitious, very out for themselves. You may have pushed people away to get your results because of your ambition. So maybe you feel kind of isolated in what's going on. Like you feel isolated in the fact that you had to put in all of this work and time and effort. And while you're seeing results, you may not have that community around you that you want. And that may be spurring some of this. But what I'm seeing here for advice is that you have the power over this. Like with the Queen of Wands, she's just kind of sitting on these cards. You have the power to control it, the capabilities to deal with these situations and bring about the positive outcome that's shown here. So if there's any difficult situation that you're trying to like defend yourself against, this is saying that you have the power and the capabilities to defend against it and maintain what you're doing and what you've already built. Now, I don't know what kind of reading this is, what it's for. It looks like it's for finances or work or something along those lines. But this is just saying that if you want to leave something because it's too difficult, this is saying that you can keep up what you're doing. You can maintain the level of work you're doing and the level of ambition you have, and you can deal with any of this negativity around you if you want to stay in that position. Because you can get the results and the successful outcome that you want, but there's this mind shift change or the situation that is just not working that you really want to leave for something else. And I think there's a need to really consider if this level of effort is worth it for the results you're getting, or if there's a different thing, different group, a different community you can join in to get a better, easier result. I do think it's interesting that we do have the Eight of Cups here, leaving a situation. And then down here, the Nine, almost like you leave it for something better. And I don't know what that is for whoever's watching this. It's just the messages I'm getting. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. This is a general reading. Okay, so I'm going to pull a few tea leaf cards as like a last and final messages. Trouble, accusations. Yeah, that just reminds me of the Five of Swords card. There may be some pretty sneaky and mean people around you. Maybe some rumors being spread. Something important, such as a new job or raise. And that might be what this is right here. Okay, we'll get one more. Okay. I mean, this might be a yes. If you, depending on how you asked the question, that might be a yes. So something important, such as a new job or a raise. Yeah, so that's kind of what the feeling I was getting with these cards here, that there's something you really want that's job or work or school related that you will get. Like this is the wish fulfillment card. Trouble, accusations, I think go hand in hand with the Five of Swords and kind of defending yourself, the work you've done against them. And then victory in some endeavor. Yeah, again, that just says that whatever you choose to do, it will be the right decision. And this is going to be different for everyone. But if you follow your authentic self and you follow, you know, what's best for you and what makes you feel determined and passionate and like who you are, you will make the right decision and it will be an amazing positive outcome for you. It's just going to be a matter of being creative with the decision that you make, because it might not be the one that you asked about, and it might not be the other option of it. Like if it's stay or leave, it might be something completely different. So be creative about the decision that you make here in regards to where you are, and to really consider the amount of work and the situation you're in, and if it's worth maintaining that, and maybe a creative way to like flip it on its switch to get what you want or to resolve it. And then love, deep affection, and caring. Okay, that tells me two things. The first message I'm getting is that you have passion, a ton of passion for something. And this may be a creative project. And this could be about if you should like do that, leave a job to do that, or something along those lines, or go to school for that. But I see a lot of passion in whatever the situation is. And I'm wondering if for some of you, this family members or friends saying, you can't do that, you can't make that happen. But, you know, deep, like in secret, you've been writing or working on this creative project, and you've kind of been keeping it a secret and doing it despite the fact that everyone's been saying, well, no, you can't do that, being all those, you know, negative Nancys and Debbie Downers. And I'm also seeing here that around you, there are people who love you, value you, and cherish you with the deep affection and caring. So I think even though there may be some people who may not support you or may not see the potential in what you're doing, there's a lot of passion, a lot of determination, and there is a community from you and like within yourself and within the community that you're in, or you will be joining if you seek it out, if you haven't already. So there is that around you, that the support system as well, despite the fact there may be some people who might not support you or your dreams or your goals. Okay, so that's what I'm getting. I'm going to pull some final messages for you. And we have forgiveness. Yeah, now that can be with the Five of Swords. There may be a need to forgive the people around you who may have not supported you. There may be a need to forgive yourself here. And you don't forgive people because you want their lives to be better. You forgive people so that you can move on and grow and continue to live your life. So you don't want to carry that around with you. And then psychic abilities. This just tells me that you know this answer. You came on here, but you already knew the answer yourself. That maybe none of this is really working, and there's something a bit off about all of this, and you need to be very creative about what you're doing. But also, you know that if that's a creative project you want to do, that you can make it happen. Just maybe not in the way that you planned. Maybe you have to kind of, you know, rethink how to get there and get to your, yes, wish fulfillment outcome. But you know all this. So none of this should be a surprise for you. Okay, and a final card. A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. Yeah, I was getting the feeling that there was something personal with these two cards, some kind of personal belief system overhaul or something that was no longer fitting you, especially with the Queen of Wands here. There was something wasn't fitting who you are anymore, and there was this need to maybe move on and change it or find something that fit better. And then a new start is coming with a new moon. Yeah, I can see that as well with the movement here, that this question may have been up in the air with the answer, with the yes or no answer, but there is something amazing out there for you. Something, maybe a new job, new school, something a bit more traditional maybe, but you know, it's going to be absolutely amazing for you with the Nine of Cups. This is the wish fulfillment. That's a yes, yes, yes. So I see there's a need to be a bit creative about this question, that it may not have been asked the proper way. It may not have been, there may be something you're not seeing here, but there is something amazing that will fit you so, so well. It just may, you got to be a bit creative with how you move forward after this reading. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for you, and I hope that made sense. Please let me know in the comments below what did and did not resonate. I love hearing from you guys, and thank you for watching. Hello, and welcome to your reading. If you picked this pile, it's authenticity. Who I truly am is good indeed. I am authentic in thought, word, and deed. So the number 1 might be important to you. So how this reading is going to work is I'm going to pull some tarot cards to get a bit information on the situation, the current situation. And then we're going to pull the yes or no card. So 5 of Wands. This tells me there's some conflict going around. This could be just, it's nothing too serious. The 5 of Wands isn't necessarily like major conflict. It's just miscommunications and just competition, rivalry going around. I'm seeing with the Star and the 3 of Cups that things look generally very positive. For you guys who picked this pile, like your current situation, the Star tells me that you have faith that this is going to work out. So whatever conflict or rivalry or competition that's happening, you have faith that you're going to find a good resolution to this and that you're going to resolve it in the best possible way for everyone. There also may be this new rejuvenation. Like you may have come into this reading feeling like newly inspired for this question, like whatever this is. And I'm seeing a lot of optimism despite the fact that there is this competition and this rivalry going on. Friendships in your community are being highlighted here with the 3 of Cups. So, you know, for some of you, this could be as simple as a question that you're asking about a disagreement with friends, like a close group of friends. So I'm going to pull your yes or no, because I think that's everything I'm seeing. You know, it doesn't look bad. It looks actually very positive. I'm getting a lot of just optimism, happiness, hope, and faith, despite the fact that there is this conflict. But in general, I'm getting a lot of faith and happiness and hope from these 2 cards. You know, I feel like you have, like, you're certain and you have faith that you'll resolve whatever the situation is, that you'll resolve it in a positive way with a good outcome. And we're going to pull your yes or no. Okay. Sudden and shocking failure. Okay, I'm actually, it's actually really funny because I was talking, and I was just kind of like playfully shuffling, and this card like threw itself out. I'll put the clip in, And I was like, no, I was talking and not like thinking about it. So I shuffled it again. And yeah, that's what we got. So that's a no. I am really sorry about that. That's how the cards go sometimes. We are going to look into what's going on with that. And you know, maybe the no is a good outcome. Like maybe the no is the best possible outcome for you who picked this pile, and that's why there's so much happiness and celebration and faith there. So I'm going to get some timing cards. How I'm going to do this is I'm going to lay down 3 piles, and you can pick whichever one resonates with you. This is kind of just when the whole situation will resolve itself. If you don't want to do this part because it's a no, you can skip it. Okay, so pile 1, 2, and 3. Okay, we'll begin here. September. So this is a timeless reading, so it's from whenever you're watching. And then pile 2, April. And pile 3 is today. Yeah, because I mean, for some of you, it's resolved now that you've heard the no. Like, okay, so that's what we have. I'm going to pull another, some more tarot just to get some more information on this. So lovers. So for some of you, this is romantic. This card actually came up on the bottom the first time I shuffled as well, which makes me wonder if there's going to be some clarity coming in, but also just like whatever this outcome is, it'll feel fair and just, like it'll feel like it was the right decision. And we have the Lovers too, which is about choices, duality, relationships, and love. So I do think with this card here, I do think that this is about relationships. This could be friends, this could be family, this could be romantic, but there's some kind of relationship being brought up here. And the Knight of Swords with the Queen of Cups. You know, the feeling that I'm getting is that this is your choice to make. And I know that seems weird with the failure, but especially with the authenticity card. Oops, sorry about that. I knocked my camera. The Queen of Cups and the Knight of Wands. I honestly think that this is something that you have control over. That, you know, the gender doesn't really matter. It's just the person. You know, you're sitting here calm and collected, and you know, someone who's emotionally calm, and there's, you know, some compassion, self-compassion there as well, who's making this in like quick decision to be authentic to yourself. Now this is someone who dives headfirst into something, so I'm wondering if this is a decision that you make. And, you know, and that's why it seems fair with the Justice. And under that is the Emperor. And then, so, you know, for some of you, it is romantic. Because we have the two, especially because it's the King of Cups here. So I see that even though it's a no, there's some reason to celebrate this no, even though it may come out of the blue, and you may be sitting here expecting it to be a yes, and then, oh, it's not. And I'm wondering, like, I do get the feeling that this is something that you have some control over, and that it's something for your best good. Like, this is something that you make this decision, even if it's to cut something, like you with the sword you said, like even if it's like the sword cuts through them, like even if it's a separation or an ending of whatever this conflict is, I feel like it's something that you have some control and some choice over, if that makes sense. Okay, so we're going to get some final advice. Like, I'm really getting this is something that is your action, your movement, your decision. Temperance. Again, we have that balance coming up. We had that with the Justice, with the Lovers. Nine of Pentacles. This was actually under the King of Cups on the back of the deck. And then we have the King of Wands. So I'm getting two messages here. For some of you, this could be an ending of a relationship. We have the Nine of Pentacles. This is someone who is confident and successful, and they have their security in their money and their home, and they're stable and secure. But there is some solitude there. This is a person who's built their own wealth, built their own comfort, and it's generally, when it pops up, it's someone who is, for me, single but like happy about it. And then we have, you know, this worry and this balance here, which makes me see that, you know, this decision might be something that might be creating some of the conflict here. I'm also seeing your advice. What I'm seeing here, the main message I'm seeing, is this need to really balance what is best for you. We have someone here who's really trying to balance their racing thoughts. I feel like there's some hopelessness, feelings of hopelessness here, and I need to balance them. And I think the advice here is that you can't resolve this conflict in a way that best serves you unless you put yourself first. Because you can try to maintain it for other people and be hopeful that you can resolve this for the betterment of like the group and your friends and whoever it is. But I think you're always going to wonder, you know, well, like, not like, what about me? But I think you're always going to wonder about your own fulfillment, right? You're always going to wonder about you, like what is best for you. And I think that's, if you don't make decisions for you, I think you're going to sit here and you're going to wonder, how can I balance it out? How can I make everyone happy? How can I make everything good? Especially, how can I make everyone happy without putting myself last? And I don't think you can find a way to balance that. So you're going to try to find this middle path. And I think you have hope that you can find it. But, you know, I think you're going to have this epiphany with the Knight of Swords that you can't find it. And so I think the answer here, with your advice being Temperance, Knight of Pentacles, and Nine of Swords, is that you need to put yourself first in this decision. And that is likely what's going to lead to the failure, because I think you're going to have this epiphany where you're like, putting myself first and putting my needs first is going to cause this to not be a yes. That's what I'm seeing for you guys. Please let me know how that resonates. I'm going to pull some final oracle cards just to get some more information. Affairs with your family. Yeah, so some of you, this is family, which I don't think I touched on. I think I said friends and relationships. And then stepping into a new experience. So some of you want to do something that your family doesn't approve of, or something that you're trying to talk people into accepting, and you think you'll be able to get them to accept it, and they're not going to, but you have to put yourself into your experience first and be authentic to yourself. And that's going to cause some of the conflict. And maybe this is, they won't accept it, like they won't be okay with it. Dark woman, dealings or relationships with a woman with dark complexion or hair. This can be any gender. It's just someone's important to this. You are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. Now this fell on the Nine of Pentacles, which tells me that whatever this is that you want to do, that's authentic to you, that you're likely going to decide to do, is the right path for you. This is confirmation that this is the right thing for you to be doing, even if you can't balance the situation to get there, because we have that conflict here. And then we have affairs with your family, climbing towards success, and good fortune. Okay, those just confirm to me that You are in the right path and you will get there. To me, this looks like you will resolve this conflict eventually. Or your family, if there's issues with your family, they will get better, and you will work towards resolving them. Now, this might be with this question, or it could just be a random message for like a specific person that's not related to this question. But the tea leaf cards pop up the way they pop up. Okay, so we're going to pull some final last oracles to get just advice. Compassion. Yeah, that's just be compassionate with yourself. Be compassionate with your needs, you know, your desires. Be compassionate with, that's too many. With the people around you, with the conflict, with your ability to resolve the conflict, and travel and home. Willpower. Yeah, this to me just goes back to the family issue, I think. Issues with your family. I think it's really stressing that there may be some issues with like traditions. If there's something that's a family legacy, a tradition with your home that's causing the conflict that you think you'll be able to resolve, this is to have the willpower and keep going on, because I am seeing with some of you, you will resolve this. It just won't be within your time frame. But with time, it will happen, and that's why your hope that you will resolve it is, you know, so strong, because you know you will, even if it's not, you know, by the time you travel or do whatever this is. But once your family see that you're happy and you're healthy and, you know, you're succeeding and you're thriving, they'll come around to it. It just might not be within your time frame. And agonizing over how to make everyone happy and resolved is not where you should be putting your energy right now, because they will turn around. They will turn around. Just be compassionate with yourself and with them in the meantime, because this decision is the right path, whatever it is that you want to do for yourself. It's just, you know, whatever family, friends, whatever is causing the conflict, it will just need some more time. This just needs more time. Your time frame is off. And we're going to pull some final advice. Adjustments are required. Third quarter moon. Yeah, so that's just a final message saying that you may need to change how you go about doing this. You may need to make some modifications with your plan. You know, having all this hope with the Star and the Three of Cups, having all this hope and, you know, oh, it's just going to turn out fine because I want it to, may not be the best plan. There may be a need to kind of reevaluate how you're going about doing it, or your timing. This could very well just be, will this happen in 4 months? It might be, no, it'll happen in 6, and that's the adjustment, just expanding your time frame. Okay, so that's what I have for you. Please let me know in the comments below what did and did not resonate. I love hearing from you guys, and thank you for watching. Hello, and welcome to your reading. If you picked this pile, you picked the Destiny pile. All that I shall need to know as I walk shall now be shown. Number 8 may be important for you. So I'm going to start this reading by pulling some tarot cards just to get a bit more information on what the situation is. 6 of Swords popped up. So this could be a travel, a trip you want to do, or just moving to a calmer, calmer situation. Okay, so for some of you, this will be a trip that you want to take. This could be like something that you've, like a dream goal trip, something you've wanted to do. Okay, sorry about that. I kicked my tripod. Okay, so I am seeing for some of you, this is a goal dream trip, something that you've wanted to do for a very long time. The 2 of Wands here, we see him looking into the distance with the world. This is someone who's looking, planning, making decisions, really just looking at what they can do to get the results that they want. This is also a travel card. This is also a travel card, specifically over water, but we do have the globe in his hands here. And the Page of Swords popping up like that as well. Add some restlessness to this. Definitely add speed. So this is something that you may want to just grab and do very quickly. So that's what I'm seeing with these cards. Mainly, either you're making plans to kind of fix a situation that's no longer working for you, or it's about a trip. But I really think this is about a trip for most of you, just because we have the 2 travel cards. Okay, so we're going to pull the yes or the no card. When you least expect it. So that gives me, like, that kind of gives me the vibes of the Page of Swords, where this might happen like just randomly or not on your own timeline. This is a yes. That's a yes. First off, let me backtrack. But that's either not on your timeline, not on your own plans. This could be a friend that just comes up and they're like, hey, do you want to do this? Or when it's off your radar. But it's not something that you can plan or time for or bring into fruition based on your own timing. Divine timing is at play here. Other people are at play here. There's things that out of your control that are affecting this, but it is a yes. And we're going to pull 3 timing cards face down, and you can pick the pile that resonates with you. Pile 1, 2, and 3. And we'll start here. So this is, when this one pops up, it means that it either doesn't want to tell you or it can't be known. So there could be huge other factors at play. Other people have to make decisions before this can happen, but the timing isn't even like nearly set in stone. Or it just doesn't want to tell you in February, because maybe there's a reason why you can't know. Do you know what I mean? If you know something, maybe it affects it. And this one is February, and help is needed. Okay, so this is a timeless reading. So this is whenever you're watching it. Help is needed. That generally means that you need to, someone has to do something first, or you need to go reach out to someone, or you need to find advice or a mentor, or you just need, it's not 100% up to you. So you may have been drawn to both of these, to be honest, some of you. But this isn't something you're going to do alone. So if this is a trip with someone, obviously you have to plan it with someone else, right? Okay, so that looks like a yes, though. We're going to pull some more tarot cards. Okay. So we have the 7 of Swords, 2 of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, and the 5 of Wands. What I'm seeing with these cards is that you're in a stalemate with the 2 of Swords. There's a decision that has to be made, but you're not able to make it. This could be indecision, this could be a difficult choice, but I feel like there's a lot of conflict here. And this also, like, this could be conflict in your world, like people can't agree on something, or there's just lots of little things that you have to resolve before you can make this decision. This also could be rivalry, competition. So people that are making you unable to make the decision, or this could just be unable to decide between multiple options, and it's causing all this conflict. I'm also seeing with the 7 of Swords that there's a need to make a strong game plan. You need to be clever and witty and shrewd about how you go about doing this, and you need to, the way to solve this conflict is to have a game plan and kind of taking them out one by one, be smarter than them. There could be some deception. There could be things that you don't even know or see, and that could be why help is needed, because you can't resolve all of these conflicts on your own, because as soon as you take one down, another one pops up, and that could be what's causing this, stalemate, or this inability to take action. But if you reach out to someone, have this communication with them, it may help resolve the conflicts. The Wheel of Fortune does tell me that this might be divine timing, karmic. This is a karmic card. The wheels will turn as they turn. So you might not be able to do anything until the situations resolve themselves naturally. So that it could very well just be you stuck here waiting and waiting and waiting until the conflict solves itself as the wheels turn. But reaching out for help will help you resolve these quicker, I feel, because you can have the game plan to resolve the conflict. Once you have the tactics and the game plan and the help that you need, you can resolve things and make this happen faster. This is a yes, but it's not on your timing. Divine timing is stressed here a lot for, I think, 1, 2, like, it's stressed a lot, divine timing. That doesn't mean you can't do anything. That just means sometimes, you know, you need to wait and you need things to happen as they're supposed to happen. And this is just some final guidance and advice. Knight of Wands. So we have the 5 of Pentacles, the 8 of Cups, Knight of Wands, and the 4 of Swords. Okay, so these 2 cards to me are very stuck energy. The 4 of Swords is, you know, it's not a negative card. It's just being still, rest, contemplation, relaxation. And then the 5 of Pentacles is kind of a scarcity mindset card, insecurity, low resources. So I am wondering if there's a financial reason that you can't make this change or make this move, or there's something with where you are, like physically, like your home, your job, or something that's kind of causing this divine timing to be at play. I'm also seeing there's a need to not stay still and be in action because you're scared of, you know, you're scared with the 5 of Pentacles here. This is a scarcity mindset. You know, you're scared you won't have enough. You're scared that you won't be able to do it. You're scared that you won't have the money or the capabilities or the ability to do something. So there's a need to not let that hold you back. And I'm seeing with the 8 of Cups that you will leave this stuck feeling. You will leave this scarcity mindset and the inaction. You will leave that for the Knight of Wands, which is adventure and action. So this is just confirming that, yes, you will leave. You will leave this stuck situation you're in. This is a strong yes. It's just, it's not at your timing. It's not based on you. And I feel like there's something in your physical world that's really a defining factor here. In that finding people around you, finding help, finding advice can really help speed this up and make you, give you the ability to leave the stalemate that you're currently in. Because I feel like there's a very strong call to this with the Destiny card as well as the Page of Swords. Like a call to adventure here is what I'm seeing with this question, a very strong call to adventure. It's just, and you know, there's some impatience, I think, to move on, like to get this going. But something has to happen first. Maybe you have to meet someone, but something has to happen first. But we're seeing it happening. We see the yes multiple times here, and with both of these cards, it's just divine timing is at play. And that's the main message I'm getting, that divine timing is controlling and leading when this happens. Okay, so we're going to pull some more oracle cards, see if we can get some more information on this. Great happiness. Yeah, so whatever this is, it's going to make you so happy. It's going to be like a wish fulfillment. So there's no worry about what could happen, or you know, having any of that insecurity or fear. It's unproductive, because whatever this change is, this call to adventure, is going to make you so happy. I'm seeing that there's a relationship with a woman. This could be a man as well. Gender doesn't really matter. but I feel like this is holding you back. There's some person holding you back, or this is the person you need help with to get you out of this scarcity mindset. I think that's what it is for the majority of you, that this is the person you need. So we're going to ask, oh, and there's another person. So this might be, you might need to, like, this might be a position of authority. Okay. Hidden secrets can harm you. Yeah, so it's not going to say much more than this, I think. But what I'm seeing from this is that there's a community that you have to get out into. There's something you have to join, people you have to talk to. This could be a new job, a new school, a new friend group. There's something that you have to get involved with, and you have to leave this scarcity mindset, this kind of like isolation and fear, and this like rest. Like if you're in like a hermit mode right now, there's really a need to get out there. Because there's people you have to meet, things you have to do. And then we have position of authority, and hidden secrets can harm you. You need to reach something first. You have to graduate or get a job or get a promotion. There's something you have to reach first before this can happen. And this is different for all of you, and it doesn't really want to talk much more about it. And I think because it's so different, but there's something that you have to hit first, some kind of like a role or established like position. There's something you have to do before this can happen, because you can't jump the gun, right? Like say you want to get a job abroad, but you're still in your second year of school, like college or university. You can't just get that job. You have to finish your schooling first. So that's what it means when it says that divine timing is at play, that you can't skip steps. Okay, so we're going to pull some more oracle cards just to get some final information. And that's way too many. No, it's fine. We'll keep them. So this just tells me that you know the answers to this already, and to trust your intuition. You came on here, but you already know all this. None of this should be a surprise to you if you pick this pile. I'm also seeing your intuition is strong and can guide you. So follow that. You know, this is your destiny, right? Like this is something you're supposed to do. This is part of your life path. So you'll be taken there. It's just you can't really control when, and you can't really control how. And then we have confidence, which tells me that you need to believe in this goal and this dream. So have confidence in your abilities to make this happen and for this to happen. And then we have dreams here, which goes hand in hand with destiny. I feel like this is something that's like your call to adventure, something you really want to happen, and there's some impatience here. But you can't rush the process, is what I'm seeing, and that you need to just have faith that it will happen. Follow your intuition, because this is happening on its own time, and have confidence that it will happen, because it will. This is a resounding yes. And a final card. Your dreams need a practical plan. Yeah. So you can't just expect this to fall in your lap. You do need to put the work in. And like I said, if this is, you want a specific job or a relationship or to travel somewhere, you need to do the steps first. You need to finish your degree. You need to apply to those jobs. You need to do the practical work. It's not like just because it's, part of like your life plan or your destiny or karma, that doesn't mean it will just happen. You still have to put the work in, because that's how things happen. Show the world the real you. Yeah, so being authentic is important. Being true to who you are, and like if this is something that you really, really want, like it's a dream and a goal, but it's something that it seems like impractical. This is saying that, is it really though? What if it resonates with you and it's part of who you are and what you want to do? Step out of your comfort zone. I feel like that goes hand in hand with show the world the real you. And sometimes being authentic to yourself can be scary, especially if other people think that maybe it's not the most practical plan. Maybe this is something that you feel like you can't get a good job in. Maybe the salary isn't that great. Maybe it's something creative. Maybe it's something that involves traveling and working abroad. And most people think that's not very practical, but it's something that resonates with you. And then we really do see the need to follow your own path here. Follow the path that's yours. Like you may have to even create your own path. This may be something that you have to go off and be a trailblazer on to make it happen. You might not You might not be able to follow the traditional path that's set out to you, and that could be why we have all of this conflict, because you don't know how to take the first step. And it's saying that meeting people who are doing the same thing as you or the same path as you will help get you there faster and get you there smoother. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for you guys. Please let me know in the comments below what did and did not resonate, and thank you for watching. Hello, and welcome to your reading. If you picked Trust, this is your card. Trust. I am safe. I am secure in love. I trust. My faith endures. Okay, so we're going to start this reading by pulling some tarot just to get some information on what the situation is. Okay, so Ace of Cups with a Nine of Cups. Okay, wow, that is some amazing energy. So this tells me this is something that you really want, you felt very drawn to, and you are going to get. Like, okay, I'm going to pull the yes or no, but the Nine of Cups pretty much confirms that this was a yes to me. It's the yes card. And then we have the Three of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so my immediate impression was that this was romantic or creative because of the two aces that popped up. But the Pentacles makes me wonder if this may be, it's a more creative project-ish. But then there's this fear to kind of get out there in the community and to build the community. Like almost this fear of opening up into the broader community or building this, finding this teamwork. Like this here is a lot of scarcity mindset, a lot of like holding on, like frugality, like you're holding too close to your chest and kind of blocking yourself off. So maybe you're trying to grow this community, grow this teamwork, but it's very hard for you to trust and let that happen. The Nine of the Nine of Cups to me is a resounding yes. That's like your wish fulfillment, satisfaction, emotional stability, getting your dreams, your wishes, your hopes, your desires. That looks amazing. The Ace of Cups is, you know, this new project, this new relationship, this new creative or romantic thing that's appeared in your life. You know, it looks like it's here, but the issue with this is that there's some fear to open up or join this community or build on it or grow and expand it. And that's why we have the Trust card, I think. You have to just trust that your fears won't happen. Whatever is holding you back and keeping you in this frugal scarcity mindset, those are just fears, and they're not really based in reality. That's just a fear of loss, a fear of letting people in and getting hurt. We see with the Nine of Cups here, this is going to be an amazing outcome. So the fear doesn't seem to be warranted, but I feel like this Four of Pentacles is why you came onto this reading, because you just need the confirmation that yes, this is going to be amazing and that you can trust it. Okay, so we are going to pull the yes or no card. I mean, I will be shocked if this is a no, but you never know. A little victory. Okay. And then sooner than expected on the back. So this is a yes. A little victory is still a victory. You know, I take it to mean that like it fulfills your, like it does what you wanted, like you get the outcome that you expected. I do have a feeling though that if you were to release some of this fear that's holding you back, that's keeping you kind of in yourself and like reserved, I feel like this victory would be bigger than it was. And we're going to ask that question. And it's not going to answer. Okay. So it's going to stick with that. I made these decks, and I have a few blank ones because the company that I used to print them had so many cards, and I figured I'm paying for it, I'll use it. And so I have these cards just to mean like you're not supposed to know, or they don't want to tell you, or stop asking, because sometimes I'll ask questions like again and again and again, because like who doesn't do that? So yeah, it's not going to tell you beyond a little victory, but like a little victory is still an amazing victory. And if this is something that you don't think you're going to get, and that may be why you're holding yourself back, this is like, yes, Yes, you will. Like, you'll get it. So 2 yeses. That's amazing. So we're going to pull some tarot just to see, the general outcome of what's going on. Yeah, this to me does look like it's financial. 3 of Cups, 2 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm seeing that you are going to have financial security. This does have some isolation to it, which we're seeing repeated here, which is fine. This is someone who knows her worth. They're confident, they're secure in their abilities, they've earned their money, their security, their stability, they're comfortable, they can treat themselves. And then this is someone who's planning out their next step, their next move. This could be planning for a trip or a travel, but generally this is someone who has plans and they're putting those out and waiting for the results to happen. So this is someone who, like, I feel like you're on the next step. Like, I feel like, because this is your outcome of this situation, I feel like you're celebrating the outcome of this and you're moving on to the next. Like, this isn't your main stop, right? Like, you need to trust the process. This is just the first step of many, and that's why it's little, because what you're going to accomplish after this, that's like built on this, is going to be so much bigger. So this is little, not because it's not going to be what you want it to be. It's going to be what you want it to be. It's little because you have a next step after this victory. After you've gained like the stability, the finances, after you've reached this pinnacle of success, you're going to celebrate it first off here with this. I also have another message with that. Anyone who's, scared and worried and nervous about building this community, the 3 of Cups tells me that yes, you'll build it. Put the work and the effort in, and don't let that fear hold you back. Whatever's keeping you kind of isolated and stuck in yourself, don't let that stop you. Build this community, build the work, the teamwork you need, the collaboration you need, and you will have this team to celebrate with at the end of this success, and you'll be moving on to the next. So this is just like step 1 of like a 5-step plan, which is why it's a little victory. So you need to trust the process. Okay, sorry if I started talking fast and got excited. I try to talk slow. This is the first reading, and I've done like 5 of them where I got that excited. So I think there's just a lot of energy here, a lot of excitement, a lot of passion, a lot of like impulsive, like I need to get this done now. Like that Hamilton song, Running Out of Time. Yeah, like that. Okay, Queen of Cups. So this is really, you need to be emotionally calm, secure, and be compassionate with yourself. Don't let yourself get bogged down with, with like anxiety or worry or impatience, because victory is assured here with the 6 of Wands. Like, that's like people are noticing you, you're getting attention, you've succeeded, people recognize you, that's earned respect for work that you've done. And then the Sun. Yeah, so don't let fear of success hold you back. Don't let fear of comments or exposure, don't let fear like social anxiety or any of those fears hold you back. Don't let imposter syndrome, don't let anything hold you back, because this is just the first step on an amazing progression. And look at this victory and success you're going to have. Like, you have the Sun. This is amazing. One of the best cards in the deck. Like, yes, clarity, warmth, happiness, optimism, with earned success and praise and celebration for the work you've done. Your advice is just to remain calm and steady as you go about this, and be compassionate with yourself for any fears you may have. Like, if you take 2 steps forward and 1 step back because of this energy, like, be compassionate with that and just make sure that you keep moving forward. And you know what I skipped? I skipped the timing cards. Okay, so we're going to do those now. I feel like that's just because of the impatience with this reading. How this works is I'm going to pull 3 piles, and this is going to be kind of when this is resolved. And then you pick the pile that resonates with you. Okay, pile 1, 2, and 3. August, so that's really soon. Again, that's why there's that speedy feeling. in a few months. When I'm filming this, August is in a few months, but this is a timeless reading, so this is based on when you're watching it. And then the third one, not in the near future. Okay, so if you picked pile 3, that's going to be a ways away, but that's how it goes sometimes, you know what I mean? I mean, this doesn't mean years and years and years and years and years and now. This could just mean like 6 months from now. So that's what we have. Now I'm going to pull some tea leaf cards. I feel like the reason why I skipped the timing was because the impatient energy, like the energy of this reading was like very, very, very soon. The cards were just like it's going to happen to like tomorrow. This doesn't, it's happening right now. Like they're already doing it kind of thing. But this is a process. So like even if you've already started, so yeah, yes, it's already happening. So like there's no timing involved. It may take some time to finalize, which is why for the not in the near future, this could be that like you've started this last month, this process, and like will it be successful? Yes, but like you have to work on it for 6 months first, kind of thing. So that's, I feel like it's something along those lines, as to why the timing was, like why I skipped over it. Okay. Okay, so we're going to pull some tea leaf cards. So there's going to be a person that's important. Dealings or relationships with a woman, that can be any gender, it doesn't really matter. But there's going to be an important person. Okay, and there's misunderstandings. Let's go into the misunderstandings. Okay, so we have spiritual guidance, protection from harm. So that, you know, that's just telling me that you need to trust that if there's any issues that happen, any things that cause you to feel like it won't be successful or it won't happen, or issues with you know, maybe this woman, you're protected, you're guided, you're divinely guided. Nothing is, nothing will come of it. And then rabbit, too much concern with sexual matters. That could just be overall like anxiety or worry or frustration. It could be that you're putting too much energy on a relationship. Whatever that means for you. But I think it goes hand in hand with the energy of the reading. I was getting a lot of impatience and reckless and impulsivity. A sincere wish will be granted. That's your third yes, needle and thread. And then we have a period of frustration, lessons to be learned, and a new job or career. So I feel like this goes hand in hand with the misunderstanding. I also feel like it goes with this 3 of Pentacles and 4 of Pentacles. So if this is a job reading, if some of you have started a new job or will be starting a new job, and there's some co-workers or how you're going to do it, or the teamwork, or how capable you are, this is saying that, you know, there will be a learning period. There will be a learning period, but that is fine. You're guided. It will be okay. Misunderstandings won't be, you know, big deal. Everything will be okay. Now, with that said, if there's like someone else that you're crushing on at your workplace, be careful that that doesn't hinder your work ethic. That's all I'm going to say with that. And excitement with firecracker and jug, lighthearted, carefree time. Yeah, I'm just getting confirmation here that like you're going to celebrate this victory. Like you're going to be happy with this outcome. This is going to be a good, yeah, something that you're going to celebrate and be successful and be victorious in. So even though it says a little outcome, like a little victory, it's not that you're not happy or excited, and it's not that you're not going to get the outcome that you want. It's going to be everything that you want. It's just, this is just step 1 on a bigger step. So it's a little victory in the grand scheme of things. Okay, so we're going to pull some oracle cards. I don't know what it is about this pile, but I've like almost dropped, I think I've dropped every deck when I've been shuffling it. So, you know, be careful with not being so impatient and impulsive that you make mistakes. Truth. Yeah, I feel like if you pick this pile, you kind of already knew this, which in finding, truth finding. You know, I'm going to pull one more. I feel like this is just family and justice. You know, I feel like this is just a period where you really find yourself and find what you want. Like, you're going after something that you really, really, really want with this. Like, you're here to find, you know, yourself, what matters most to you, like what you want in your life, in your family, in your home, and to find a successful outcome with that. And I feel like nothing in the situation is hidden from you. Things are going to be, you know, they're going to be clear, they're going to be apparent. I don't think there's going to be anyone hiding anything from you. I don't think there's going to be hidden things that you're unaware of. I think what you see is what you get when it comes to this. And I feel like this fear that you have, that's kind of like the scarcity mindset that's kind of holding you back. That's like, just trust that everything's going to be okay, because there's nothing hidden, there's nothing under here that's that you have to worry about. This is all just, this is a situation that's going to work out in your favor, and it's going to be an enjoyable experience finding the outcome of it. Like, you're going to enjoy the experience of this, because you're going to be able to celebrate each new step as you go about it. I do see some of you, if this is like a new job or new work, there's going to be a relationship involved in it. And just not to let that hinder your work ethic, but that could be a very important relationship for someone who picked this pile. Okay, we're going to pull one final oracle. Okay, one final oracle card just to finish up the reading. Don't let the past hold you back. Yeah, so if anyone here is worried about, like, there's some fear here because they've had past experiences that didn't turn out so well, or past experiences that, you know, made them have this, to hold things close to their chest because they're worried about, you know, like being lied to, or a situation not being as good as they expected, or outcomes not being as good as they expected, or even, you know, people keeping things from them. Like, this is saying that no, this is good. You are being divinely protected. There may be misunderstandings, but there's nothing being kept or hidden from you. You're being divinely guided. Everything's going to work out fine. There's no need to sit here and worry about what could happen. There's no need to hold things close to your chest. There's no need to be, you know, scared to open up, or, you know, put the work in or let people in, because everything is being shown to you. Nothing's being hidden. You're going to get a fair outcome, and cycles aren't going to repeat themselves. You're going to end a cycle with this. If you've been doing something again and again and again and always getting the same results, this is going to see you end that cycle. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for you, pile 5. Please let me know in the comments what did and did not resonate. I love hearing from you guys. Thank you for watching. Hello, pile 6, and welcome to your reading. If you picked pile 6, you picked the Passion card. Passion, rise up high, inflame my purpose, reach the sky. 1 might be important to you if you picked this pile. So we're going to start your reading by picking some tarot cards just to kind of get a bit more information on what's going on. I would not be surprised if many people who picked this are asking a romantic question or a creative project question because of the Passion. Okay, so we'll get one more. So we have Ace of Wands, 6 of Swords. So this does confirm that many of you who picked this are asking about a creative project. 9 of Swords and Queen of Cups. Okay, so what I'm seeing here with this, I'm going to put it like that because I like how they're looking in and framing it. What I'm seeing with these cards is that there's a period right now, if you pick this pile, likely a period where you feel kind of hopeless and lost and stuck. This is the card that comes up when, you're kind of ruminating on something negative and you can't get it out of your head, and you don't know how to get it out of your head, and you don't know what to do because you can't see any good outcome and you can't see a way out of it. And there's just that feeling of just you will never fix it and it will never get better, and you're just stuck in this hopelessness of the situation that's just never going to get better. And what I'm seeing here with the Queen of Cups is that this is someone who's looking over her situation or his situation or their situation, and they're seeing a way out. You're seeing an opportunity to improve things, to move on from whatever this situation is that's no longer working. So whatever has been, what I'm seeing from these cards in this situation is that whatever has not been working for you, whatever you've been stuck in that just you can't get out of your head, that you've been ruminating and kind of, I don't want to say obsessing over, but something that you just can't stop thinking about. I'm seeing there's going to be this new passion or this new endeavor that's going to pop up. Now this is a wand, so it's often something that you're passionate about, something that you're energetic about. This is often, I believe they're like creative projects or new situations, like your inspiration, your ambition, your willpower, your drive, your determination. And then the Six of Swords, this is about moving on, moving from a worse situation to calmer waters, emotionally calm situation. So I feel like whatever the situation is that you are passionate about, or this could be passion entering your life with the Ace of Wands, this is something that's going to improve a very challenging situation. And I'm thinking it's an emotionally challenging situation because we have the Queen of Cups and the two minds here popping up. So if that resonated, then that's the reading for you. And we are going to get into our yes or no and our timing card. So the yes or no card, this will answer the question. If you stop wasting time. So yes, this is a yes. But you need to take action. You can't just like wait for it to happen, and you can't just like expect it to pop up on your lap. And you also can't just say, well, I'll do it in the future. It can wait. This is something that it's a yes, but you need to put in the action and you need to put in the work, or it's just not going to happen because things don't often just appear, right? Like, I mean, this does, but I think this is more like the project, but you have to put the work in to get there. Okay, so I'm going to put down 3 timing cards, and you can pick the one that resonates with you. Okay, we'll start here with pile 1, July. So this is a timeless reading, so it's from whenever you're watching it. So July is when this will be resolved. April. I'm filming this in April, so this might be a while from now. And then a decision must be made, which is what I was saying. You can't just let things fall into your lap, because things aren't just going to fall into your lap like that. That just goes back to what I was saying with that, if you picked this one, that there is a decision to be made, that you can't stop wasting time making that decision. And this might apply to most of you who picked this pile, if you felt drawn especially to like this one and one of the other ones, because these are pretty similar in time, but I feel like there's something that you have to kind of, I feel like you have to commit to this or make the first steps out. Okay, so we're going to pull some more cards and see if we can get some more information on what that might be. So let's see if we can get some cards. Oh wow, there's a lot. So we're going to do a few more shuffles to see what else wants to pop up. There might be something, there might not be. Okay, there we go. So Queen of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, 4 of Swords, and the Moon. Okay. If you are anxious or worried or torn because you feel like you have to make a decision without knowing what you're doing or what's going to happen or how it's going to turn out, These cards are just saying that that's the situation right now. That this may be, we're actually going to move this. The situation, it's one where you don't know where you're going. You don't know where this project or this travel or this transition or this movement, you don't know where it's going. All you know is that, you know, you were in this period of rest where nothing was really happening. This is a good card though. Like, it's just, you're relaxing, you're resting, you're enjoying where you are. And now you're kind of jumping out into the world and putting a lot of things in movement all at once. And I feel like these are all different passion projects. Now this could be, okay, for some of you, this could be going out back into the dating world and dating like a bunch of people at once. Like, you know how when you date, like you go on a bunch of first dates? And that's the vibe I'm getting for some of you, kind of like Cupid's arrows. For others, this could just be putting a ton of activity and a ton of flurry into a passion project. But the Queen of Pentacles tells me that you're doing this out of a position of stability. This is controlled action. This isn't something you're doing because you feel like you have no other choice. This is something that you have, you know, you've put a lot of thought, a lot of effort, and a lot of consideration into doing. And this is something that you're making this movement from a secure, stable foundation. So, you know, while you may have this worry about how to do it or what's going to happen or where you'll end up with the Moon card here and the Nine of Wands, I'm seeing that there may be this like this uncertainty and this confusion that's holding you back because you don't know what's going to happen, or you don't know where this is going to take you. You just know that this is something that you want to do and you're determined and ambitious and like driven to do it. But there's this uncertainty about where that's going to end up or where you're going to go. And that's why we have the Stop Wasting Time card, because if you sit here and you just, you know, ruminate on everything that could go wrong or all the steps you have to take, or not knowing where these steps are going to take you, or not knowing the outcome of the situation, then you're not going to even get to that yes, right? You're not even going to get to the outcome because you're going to be sitting here so focused on the uncertainty that you have. And that's why we see them make a decision, because unless you make a concerted effort to make that decision to go full force into the Moon scenario of the uncertainty without knowing the outcome, you're not going to get your yes. You're going to get being stuck in this situation, which is, you know, a fine situation to be in. This is rest, relaxation, just, you know, that's just someone who is taking time out to contemplate and restore themselves before they put this energy in. But if you want to get that yes, you have to put all this energy into the unknown. You have to throw all of this effort into a situation where you don't know if it will work or not. So that's what I'm seeing. We're going to pull some final advice cards. Actually, I'm just going to scoot that down because I want some space. But one final message for this grouping of cards here is that you're going to reach a point in time, a position, where you're going to feel comfortable and safe and secure making this activity, even though you don't know what's going to happen. So if you're in a position now where you're so held back by the uncertainty or the possibilities, or you know, this is the card of anxiety. I'm not a doctor, but that's just you know, when you're so stuck in your thoughts. So I feel like this passion, or whatever this is that you want to do, this yes or no question, it's kind of started this situation where you want to move past that and you want to move into the unknown, but maybe you haven't quite reached that yet, and that's why we have the make the decision to do it appearing. But you're going to reach this position where you're comfortable and safe and fine with moving into the unknown. Yeah, and your advice is just to make that decision, make that change, make that transition. Change your wheel. And that Hermit card was down there. Yeah, like be your wheel. Take control of your destiny, right? I think you're also be advising here that there is some karma, some destiny, some fate at play. So this could be ending a karmic cycle. Like making this decision to make this action could end a major life cycle that you've been working through. And we see the hope and rejuvenation appearing with the star here. So this is a very positive change. This is something that something that's going to make you feel rejuvenated. This is something that when you make this change, you're going to feel hopeful and excited and optimistic that this is going to work out. Like as soon as you start going down this new path here, like as soon as you start working towards this yes, whatever this question is, you're going to feel a renewed sense of rejuvenation and hope and faith that, you know, you're going to complete this cycle, have a positive outcome to this situation. You are being advised to take a big picture approach here. You may need to, you know, have some contemplation, inner solitude as you go about this. This may be a time to hold things close to your chest and to believe in your own authority and know that you are the leader of this situation, that you can come up with the solutions to your problems, and to have faith in your own ability to lead and control this question. So, you know, a lot of these questions, when I was reading them, a lot of them had other people involved. But for this one, you're getting a very strong message that you are in control of how this plays out and how this wheel changes and how you go about doing this. It's just a matter of getting out of your comfort zone, getting out of this situation, and committing to this idea or this passion or this romance or whatever this is you're asking about, committing to it, and, you know, going into the unknown safe and secure in your abilities and your capabilities to to control the situation and to deal with anything that may appear. Like, you have the leadership abilities and you have the wisdom here to make moves out of like a safe, secure, comfortable position. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. We're going to pull some oracle cards to give a final message before we end the reading. March. So March is being highlighted here. Timeless reading. So this could be someone born in March. This could be March being an important month for you. Someone new is entering your life. Chair filled. So this could be, oh wow, so many. This could be a new relationship, a new friend. This could be like the dating, right? Going out and meeting someone. This may be you meeting someone. Reconciliation. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes, unicorn, and horseshoe, good luck. Okay, so some of you are going to be reconciling with someone from your past. You are advised to make changes to it though, so things have to be adjusted and changed, but it will turn out well. So this only resonates for you if this is for you. If this isn't something you want, it's not for you, and let it be. But if this is for you, then you will know it. Caterpillar, things will not always be this way. A change is coming. I feel like that's the reconciliation pile there. So, you know, if this is a reconciliation for you, for a friend or a relationship or a job or whatever it is, you may not expect that it could happen. And that's because I think there has to be things that have to change first, whether this be, you know, you have to make changes in your life, or they in their life, or you have to move or something. But so that's that for if that resonates with you, and only if that resonates with you. And then we have March being important, a two-faced friend. Okay, so this may be someone born in March that's being popped up here. So maybe there's someone that, maybe this is a falling out with a friend, that maybe this happened in March and then you'll resolve it by June or July, whatever that means for you. And then we have someone new entering your life. So this could be a relationship, someone entering your life here. And, you know, maybe they'll kind of pop out of nowhere. And them appearing like a new little relationship, a new little crush appearing may give you hope that you can get over whatever the situation is that's causing you all of this, you know, worry. And then we have fear, worries, tense situations. Yeah, which is what we were seeing in the Nine of Swords, the entire reading. And then Hat, you will be playing a different role. And then Jug, lighthearted, carefree time. Okay, so this is just telling me that you're going to move on from this worry. You're going to, whatever situation you're in now, like if you entered this reading and it's been a very stressful, hard, like difficult, challenging, tense situation, these cards are saying that that's changing. You're going to change. The situation's going to change. You're going to enter a more lighthearted, carefree time. You're going to move into a position where you can end your worries. And we do see that with the star here. This is someone who's hopeful, rejuvenated, optimistic for the future, the outcome, the goals. So we do see that several times brought up, that your situation is improving. And I do think a lot of that just has to be, you have to accept the unknown. Accept the unknown and move towards the unknown. Like, get out of the situation. Like, I feel like you have like this mindset, but you see a way, like things you could do to move on, like steps you could take. And this is just like, yes, take those steps. Like, it's going to be amazing when you take those steps. Like, stop wasting your time. Take those steps is what I'm seeing. And we're going to pull some Spellcaster. So we have freedom. Yeah, freedom, release yourself. Every time I see freedom and these cards together, I am just in awe with like how similar the imagery is with the bars. Yeah, so release yourself. Release yourself from that. That's not serving you anymore. And these cards are coming up to release, to really make that point, especially with the freedom, that mindset is no longer serving you. And then we have answers and inspiration. Yeah. I feel like this just goes hand in hand with the Ace of Wands. You're going to find the answers to how to get out of this, how to go into the unknown, how to make this progress forward with the Ace of Wands. You're going to find those through your inspiration, through your passion, through whatever brings you joy and sparks that like inspired passion. Start doing things that you like. If there's something you're like, man, I wish I could do that, that would be amazing, do that. Start doing that. That's what you need to focus on. You have to put all of that energy into things that make you feel passionate and happy and joyful and determined, and follow your inspiration. Follow those projects, follow those people, follow those situations and things that just make you feel inspired and determined and hopeful, and put all that energy into creating, what makes you feel passionate, because that's where you're going to find your freedom. That's where you're going to find your way out. If you put all of that nervous energy that you're putting on these thoughts, on this situation that's no longer serving you, into something else, you're going to see amazing results. Amazing results. When you're going to start seeing things change very quickly, I think, given the timing cards. Okay, so we're going to pull one final oracle. Look at the bigger picture and step out of your comfort zone. Okay, so the step out of your comfort zone, I feel like that really goes back to these three cards here, or these four, actually all four cards. Just making this concerted effort to take action, from this position of, you're in this place where you've been in for a while and you're happy, like you're comfortable there, you're safe there, it's easy to be there. And the step out of me that you need to take this action, like this frenzied action, like just put all this effort and work out of that to build the results that you want, to build this yes. Because if you stay in your comfort zone and you don't take this action, this yes is going to have a hard time happening, because I feel like you are in direct control of this. Like, you are the one that has 100% influence over if this does or does not happen. So, like, this is a yes if you take action, but if you don't, then there's no way it can happen for you. Do you know what I'm saying? What I'm seeing with that. So even though there's uncertainty and the outcome is unknown, there's a need to really step out of your comfort zone into that uncertainty, into that confusion, to make this happen. And then with look at the bigger picture. I think that's just reminding you that's just reminding you to remember that what's going on in your head isn't, and I mean this in the best way possible. So, you know, if it doesn't resonate, you don't need to claim it. But what's going on in your head isn't the entire world. And there are things out there beyond that. And if you looked and you noticed those things, you would see these things that you could put all this energy into and not keep it in your head. You can take that and you can throw it at other things, and you could use it despite the fact that you don't really know what the outcome will be. And I feel like it's just reminding you to get out of your head so much and to stop focusing on the situations that no longer serve you, and to find freedom from those situations that no longer serve you, and to look at the bigger picture. Like, look at all this world outside of this woman's cage. She's, you know, this bird is flying and she's not even seeing it. She's just so focused on, you know, what is that, social media in her hand, if you wanted it to be. She's not seeing everything else around her. She's so focused on, you know, her immediate situation, on her head, on her worries, on what's going on, like, right in front of her, that she's missing out on everything around her. So I feel like this card is just reiterating the need to really look at what's around you. Look beyond just your immediate situation. Look beyond, you know, your worries, and look beyond the tense situation that's causing you to kind of be at a standstill. And find freedom from that, because that's going to let you move forward and move on and bring this, you know, end this karmic cycle and enter this new situation that's going to bring about hope, rejuvenation, healing, and just, you know, there's an ending to all of this tenseness. It's just, you need to step out of your comfort zone to find it. Follow your inspiration, follow your passion, follow your creativity with the Ace of Wands. Okay, so that's what I have for you, pile 6. Please let me know what did and did not resonate. I hope it made sense. Again, some aspects, if it did not resonate, it was not for you, do not claim it. Do not reconcile if you don't want to reconcile with someone that was not for you, that was for a specific person. Same with some of the other messages I gave you. Yeah, and that's all I have. So thank you for watching.